Welcome to Boot Key Harbor at night. I'm just leaving the harbor. There's the office. You can see the boats moored to the docks here. And we're going to take you through the Dinghy Channel at night. This is Sticky Bottom Harbor. I've been here going on 2 years. It's the path I take to my boat. I know it well. But I thought I'd share it for you people, newcomers, people wishing to come visit Boot Key Harbor. If you're anchored or on a mooring ball on the west side of the harbor, when you come out of Boot Key Harbor Marina, you're going to come past the end of the outside dinghy docks. And I'm going to point out some things you need to look for. There's still a little light in the sky. Purposely doing this so we get a little bit of video instead of just darkness. But don't swing too wide, because out here are the markers for the shoals. And they are not lit. See one right in front of the boat? You don't want to run into them. This is a big shoal area here. At low tide, you actually see the seagrass sticking out of the water, but it's been marked by the people that live here and dinghy through here. You can see port marker, it's got a little red paint on it. Starboard marker got a little green. Some of the poles have lights on them. This is not maintained by the marina or Fish and Wildlife. This is maintained by the cruiser community that lives in Boot Key Harbor and uses this channel. Literally 1 foot outside of these markers, you will run aground with a dinghy. At low tide, you'll run aground with a kayak. There's less than 3 feet of water underneath me, and at low tide, you're barely clearing with a dinghy and an outboard the bottom. So it curves to the right, to starboard side when you're heading west. Here's some unlit markers on the port side. Generally, if it's not choppy, you can pick them up in the glare of the city lights or fading sunlight. You see someone's painted some of the markers on the right side green. And those are just solar lights from Home Depot or the dollar store. Feel free, as a cruiser, if you're having difficulty navigating this at night, get you some zip ties and some solar lights. They're only $1.25 a piece, $1.50 a piece, and contribute and help keep it marked. Now my boat's on anchorage over here. A couple things I want to point out on the way as you exit. Most of the people that come out of here will go to port, but you don't want to go to port too soon. You want to come all the way over here to where the anchored boats are. Because if you cut the port too soon, this is all grass flats. There's not enough water for a dinghy through here. And somewhere in here, I'll show you in the daytime and low tide, is a submerged piling you'll see at low tide. I got to get one of my fenders and put on it because I come this way every day. But when you get here, you can turn the port and go out to the mooring balls or go past this red catch, Crystal Dawn, that's been here forever, and head out to the mooring field there. But there are a couple sunk boats over here you want to avoid. They're generally safe for dinghies to cross. And I'll take you by one of the fenders that's marking a sunk boat. Right there. So if you're going to anchor over here, you got to be aware there's 2 sunken boats. I got a 6 1/4 keel, so I can't anchor over them because I'll hit. And there's another one here that's got a little fender on it. And you can see my boat's right here, CNC 39. But that's the Dinghy Channel at night. It can be confusing. But anytime you get confused and say, man, I don't want to do that again, feel free to go buy some lights and light up the PVC pipes that don't have a light on them. Make a contribution. You know, this is the cruiser community. We maintain that for our own safety. You will be fined $1,000 per square foot for damage to the grass flats if you get caught outside the dinghy channel grounded and tearing it up with your prop. So be careful. Go slow. The manatees can't dive out of your way because it's so shallow. And have a safe passage.